Hey yo, what is good, my legendary beasts? It is your boy LilSauceLegend, aka Nate. The time is officially 7:45 a.m. It is January 8th, 2026, and right now, currently, I'm feeling a little bit optimistic. Even though there's a bunch of evil shit going on in the world, personally, I feel like there's a lot of growth potential that has actually been compounding over the past couple of days with the things that I've been doing and the consistency that I've been showing in my routine and schedule. I hope you guys are having a really good morning. So without further ado, let's jump right into this week's yapping and start it off with the news. There's multiple goddamn things that's been going on in the news, honestly. The most recent thing that has went down is the killing of an American woman by ICE agents in Minneapolis. And I'm not even gonna mince words here. This was just quantifiable murder. They boxed in her car when they had no authority to pull her over in the first place. They are not police officers. They do not have the authority to do that. I mean, hell, they don't have the authority to pull off 90% of the shit that they've been doing in this country, but they still do it anyway because they think they are the law. And all of this stems from an unhealthy amount of hatred towards immigration. And you cannot sit there and tell me that this isn't racially motivated. Just an uncomfortable level of hatred towards a certain group of people that realistically, by all metrics, want to make a better life for themselves, infuriated you so goddamn much to where you were willing to take another woman's life over it. That is a flippant disregard for human life, and it is honestly disgusting. I hope the family of this woman gets justice and the person who pulled the trigger is put in jail for the rest of their life, honestly, because we do not need someone who is that fucking ill-tempered on the streets, whether it be in an enforcement position or as a regular citizen. They don't just need to have their fucking badge stripped away. They don't just need to have their fucking credentials stripped away. They need to be locked up because that level of anger and instability cannot persist in our society if we are to have a common rule of law. That is not acceptable whatsoever. Moving on from that, we next have the President of the United States ordering for the President of Venezuela and his wife to be kidnapped. Because I'm not gonna fucking mince words with the government's flowery language that they want to give to the act of kidnapping another fucking person in another goddamn country. They can call it whatever they want to, whether that be freaking neutralizing a target or seizing an asset or whatever the hell. The United States has become officially bullies, and now they're just basically kidnapping people and stealing their shit, whether that be their presidents or their oil tankers. And realistically, this fucking shit is gonna get us into World War III faster than you can fucking say January 6th. And at this point, I have lost all faith in humanity, and I'm just waiting for the nukes to drop, honestly. Shit's not affordable anymore, and this bullshit is basically just, I'm just ready to see this bullshit burn. Just get it over with already, goddammit. But enough of the doom and gloom. Let's actually get into some positive news, actually, because Zoran the Don Mamdani was sworn in on January 1st, baby! And I'm gonna tell you this right now, during that entire inauguration speech, that motherfucker slammed his nuts on the table. He literally put in 2 executive orders to make housing more affordable by actually increasing the fucking ability for housing to be made in New York City. That's number 1. He made a task force to actually look into the ability for the government to actually use government land to build housing. Motherfucker's getting shit done. He's getting shit done, and I appreciate it. He actually went and did an executive order where all of the fucking bullshit Eric Adams made after he was indicted was automatically reversed. And it's looking like things are actually going to start looking up pretty soon. So at the very least, we got some bright news coming out of New York City. Kind of sucks if you're not from New York City, but hey, at least I got some good news. Damn it, I need to be happy about something for fuck's sake. And that's a regular guy's interpretation of what the news looks like, because I'm not really paying attention to shit 24/7, but the casual things that I pick up, I'm willing to let you guys know what I think about it and what it sounds like to an average dude. But with all that being said, let's jump into the next category and give you some life updates and what's been going on inside of the world of Nate. So first things first, I have actually started to adopt a workout routine to actually work on my upper body, like my arms, chest, back, and shoulders. Just started it back up again after I got approval from my doctor. He said go light and don't do any leg workouts. The reason as to why is classified, but pretty much I'm building back up my arm strength and I'm building back up a solid chest foundation. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on my core and I'm going to be working on my back today. Slowly build up the biceps, triceps, lats, and my ultimate goal is to stick around a 15 to 25% body fat composition because I want to try and see if I can build that Kratos-like physique, you know? But you got to start with baby steps, you know? You got to start with baby steps. Doing a 5x5 set of the most basic movements. Seated is to make sure that I don't actually like overwork my legs and shit like that, you know? Next, we got my GED studies. I've actually built up a better routine to study in a consistent manner. I'm still doing my times tables every morning. I just included long division and conversions between decimals, percentages, and fractions. But the biggest change is me implementing this website called GetSomeMath.com. And I'm just gonna be honest with you real quick. This dude is really, really good at explaining the complex topics that they're going to be covering in the GED exam in a way that's actually extremely helpful. He gives a bunch of practice questions, best study methods. Like, this dude has actually put a lot of effort into helping random strangers like pass their GED exams, and that is extremely commendable. I really, really appreciate what this dude has done, and I really feel like this should be like shouted out and given the attention that it deserves. If there's anybody else that actually wants to get their GED like I'm doing, this would actually be a perfect resource for you to actually get the understanding that you need and learn how to actually do the questions that will be on the GED test, and basically a study guide. This is the perfect study guide that gets rid of all the stupid fluff that most of the books that you would buy on how to study for the GED test would do, where they basically just give you a bunch of nonsensical bullshit like, oh, how do you train your mindset to get ready for the GED test? How to work your mindset into actually being more willing to sit down and go through a testing environment, more like a fucking vibes kind of book, instead of actually giving you the empirical information on how to solve the fucking questions that they're going to be asking you. Because I don't give a flying fuck how I'm going to feel on the test. How I'm going to feel on the test is based on what I know, and 90% of what these books are doing is not telling you something that is fucking quantifiable. It's all vibes based, and it's annoying as shit, honestly. It gets really fucking annoying after a while. That's why I'm really glad that this dude put in the time and effort to actually put this resource out there for people that actually want to learn. But next up, we have my drawing adventures, and I'm going to let Past Nate take over the information on that segment because I made this video and I thought it was pretty funny and I don't want the footage to go to waste. So here you go.
Turn on brightness. Battery too low for that. Fuck. All right, so if this light turns off, I hate life and I hate everybody. Fucking, I swear to shit, if you turn off again, I will fucking cut you. Okay, so I now understand what artists mean whenever they say to draw with your wrists instead of drawing with your fingers. When you draw with your wrist, you can actually make... I was fucking yapping for so goddamn... Your fingers are noodles. They're not good at fucking doing the drawing straight by themselves. Your fucking bones, your bones are straight fucking sticks. So if you follow the fucking angle of the straight stick, you get lines. Neat, even lines that you can tell where the fuck they're gonna go. So put a point there, put a point there. Use the bones. Use the bones. Bones!
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program because my cat is fucking fat and wouldn't stop screaming at me. You got anything to say to the audience? You got nothing to say?
Fatty.
If you're morbidly curious, the gameplay that's going on in the background right now is called Fate. I used to play it all the goddamn time when I was younger, back when Windows used to be packaged with games in it, but it wasn't actually full-fledged games, it was actually free trials of games, and it would have a whole fucking animation of a coin going into like a fucking coin slot before the game would actually start up. It was a whole thing, but it's actually a really fun game. It's very reminiscent to like early World of Warcraft. Like imagine single player World of Warcraft, but it's basically just the dungeon system from Stardew Valley. basically. Procedurally generated, loot everywhere, and it's really fucking fun. So if you got $7, go see if you can pick it up. Okay, so time to go into the bitching portion of the yapping videos, because this has been irritating me for the longest time, but I just haven't really had a segue to actually vent my frustrations about this into the ethos. I absolutely hate Windows because of their insistence to push unwanted software and unwanted like bloatware onto your computer, and to force this cloud usage mindset and mentality that 90% of places want to force onto people for some reason, because storing your files natively on the hard drive that you directly bought for the purpose of storing data is apparently something that cavemen do, and we are past that frickin' stage of evolution. You can't own your data and you can't own your freaking games anymore, which is absolutely asinine and stupid. Like, Windows' incessant ability to try and push OneDrive onto me and force me to use it is absolutely annoying. Like, why is it that when I start up my brand new computer, I have to delete OneDrive and re-quick access, like re-equip the quick access panel to be my file directories on my native system? Why do I have to do that? Why do I have to entirely reconfigure the native freaking thing on the computer? Because if I don't specify that I don't want OneDrive to send, like my computer to send all of my data to OneDrive, it's gonna do it regardless of what I say. Like, that is incredibly annoying. Do you know how many times I've had videos that I've wanted to upload be completely lost? Well, not completely lost, but just not, I wasn't able to find it because instead of saving the project files to my freaking portable SSD that I have, Windows would take it upon itself to save that file to freaking OneDrive for some reason, instead of the dedicated external SSD that I have, so I can make all of my freaking files portable. And let's get back into that portion of reinstalling stuff on your computer. Who the hell told Microsoft they can reinstall something on hard drive on a hard drive and equipment that I freaking purchased? The operating system is not supposed to question the end user on whatever they want to do with the hardware that they have and with the equipment that they have on their system. Like, whenever I say to do something, Windows' only response should be how high to when I say jump. You know what I mean. You know what you know what I'm trying to get at. Like, it is absolutely infuriating that I don't have the absolute final say over what happens to my computer. There's even times when Windows will refuse to let a program run because, let's say for hypothetical sake, somebody wanted to run a software cracker onto their system. Windows will directly interfere with your ability to run that software cracker because they feel like it would harm your system to open a software cracker on your system. Like, I feel like that's genuine bullshit. That's not what they're trying to do. They're basically trying to make it so that you can't pirate things and pirate software, which is absolutely stupid to me because you don't get to tell me what I can and can't download. Like, there's some kind of spy for whatever corporation software that you just downloaded or some crap. How about this, Microsoft? Mind your business. Mind your business. How about that? Mind your damn business. And honestly, the second part that I want to freaking rant about is the fact that, is it just me, or does it seem like everybody wants money from you nowadays? This random company wants $75 here. This random subscription wants $80 there. Like, there's been multiple occasions where I needed to order an Uber. On my phone, it would come out to $60 to $70. But when my wife would look at it on her phone, it was $20. Uber has done this, Lyft has done this, and it's actually really disgusting. Like, this is so flippantly like gouging, dude. Like, it just seems like no matter where you go, no matter what you do, anytime you step foot out your door, you're gonna end up spending $30 on something. $30 has become the new $10 nowadays, and it's so stupid. But enough of the doom and gloom. Let's get into something a little bit more positive. This week I was actually able to stay consistent with a new routine that I built, and I was actually able to stay consistent with the legendary quickie schedule that I've actually made for myself, the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday schedule. And I've been making one legendary quickie a day, going down the block to the coffee shop and then just making the legendary quickie and just calming down and just letting the creative juices flow. And funny thing, I'm actually halfway done with a Balloons Tower Defense 6 video that I was actually planning on uploading on last week Friday. Here's a clip from it. Yeah, I'm a simp. Sniper monkey. Hardy har har har, the black guy is playing a video game about monkeys. Now that I've spoiled the quote-unquote joke that the lazy will inevitably comment, let's jump straight into the video. What is good, my legendary beasts? It is your boy LilSauceLegend back at it again with these videos, and today we are going to be playing Bloons Tower Defense 6. I'm trying a challenge that I thought up when I was recording the gameplay footage for the legendary quickie that I made this week. What legendary quickie was it? I don't even freaking remember. But all I remember is that we are going to train ourselves to be professional, grade A simps. Not that kind of simp, you creepy ass sad little bastard. No. Today we are going to be elite sniper monkeys. Because when I was actually reintroduced to this game, I found out that there's actually a really interesting ability given to the middle row of upgrades for sniper monkeys. What ability might that be? Well, let's jump right into the gameplay and find out. And just to hear how your guys' week has been going, I want to pass the same question off to you. What is something that you have been able to achieve this week that you're proud of? Leave your creative or interesting responses in the comments down below. Next up, we have what I'm looking forward to. I actually looked at the Game Awards, and it looks like there's actually a remake of Turok the Dinosaur Hunter coming out, and I'm actually extremely excited for that. I just hope they don't butcher it like they did last time, but you know what? I'm going into this with positive optimism, and I'm gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna hope that they actually treat the series with some actual respect and actually do a decent job. I'm gonna give them the time to cook that they need to cook. And the goal that I'm gonna shoot for myself is actually completing a story time for this month. And like I said before, I want to hear what your guys' responses to those questions are as well. What is something that you were able to achieve this week? What's something you're looking forward to? And what's a goal that you have for yourself? Leave your interesting or creative responses in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then hit that like button down below. If you want to watch more content like this in the future, then hit that subscribe button. Did you see that little thing do the little twinkle effect when I said hit that subscribe button? And hit that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all the things that I do in the future. And make sure you're staying a part of the conversation of all these legendary yapping videos by joining the Discord server by going to sauceclan.com. That's sauceclan with 2 N's.com. Check out my merch in the description, and you're never obligated to, but I also have a Patreon that's $1 a month. It goes directly to the hopefully I could do this full-time fund. But anyways, I love all y'all and stay saucy.